Welcome to today's episode of DMG Today. Well, we're flying high as I ride a hot air balloon in Coshocton at the Coshocton Hot Air Balloon Festival. I'll speak with a pilot who tells us how to get up and how to get down while we're in the balloon, and also some board members. We're also here at the Yorkville Water Park, and we'll speak with manager Julie Beach about what the park has to offer and all the visitors that they draw from across the state. And Bill, you also flew pretty high, correct?
I had a chance to fly, but totally different than what Cheyenne experienced in Coshocton County. Later on during the show, I'll be at the Kent State Tuscarawas Performing Arts Center as we talk with General Manager David Mitchell about the upcoming PAC 2016-2017 season, and then work with special effects guy Professor Bill Auld, who sends me flying around the Performing Arts Center stage. It's all when this month's edition of DMG Today continues the Midsummer Classic, and coming up next, Cheyenne Carroll goes hot air balloon flying in Coshocton.
I think the hands-on aspect is going to give you an opportunity to explore, find out what you're good at, what you like, and you're not going to have mountains of debt. What you're going to have is a marketable skill that even if you don't love it, you can use that to pay to go on to college and get that degree. And we've got a number of students that do that. They're very mature. I think we're a great hands-on exploration base.
Hi, this is Heather, the Garden Girl, and I am so excited to be able to announce to you guys, the viewers, that I have now opened the Garden Girl shop. Well, where are you going to find me at? It's real easy. I'm located at 1881 7 Mile Drive, tucked in behind the Point Cafe. So come visit me Wednesday through Fridays from 10 to 6, Saturdays from 10 to 4, Sundays from 11 to 3. However, if you see the big garage door up, that means I'm here and you are always more than welcome to stop in. Also, don't forget my priority is educating you guys, so stay tuned for all my make and take workshops where you can come in, learn, get your hands dirty, and head home with your very own projects. Can't wait to see you.
Welcome back to DMG Today on Time Warner Cable Channel 2. I'm Bill Morgan with Hollywood Cheyenne Carroll, sunglasses and all, from the Yorkville Water Park as our Midsummer Edition continues. Cheyenne had a very unique opportunity to go to the Coshocton Hot Air Balloon Festival and head high into the Coshocton sky and find out more about the Hot Air Balloon Festival and hot air balloon in general right here on DMG Today from Time Warner Cable Channel 2.
I'm here with Ken Kramer at the Coshocton Hot Air Balloon Festival. And Ken, tell me a little bit about the history. You've been on the board for quite a while, but what exactly is the Hot Air Balloon Festival?
Well, it's something that started 35 years ago. We had a pilot that came in and did a presentation at the local lumber company, and from there everybody got really enthusiastic about balloons. They'd never seen one around here before. And a group of people decided that, wow, it might be kind of fun to have a little festival here. So I think the first year there were like maybe 10 balloons, something like that. And then from there, it just started growing like crazy. So we're in our 35th year. We average between 20 and 25 balloons. And from the very beginning, this has been a balloon competition. And what that means is that there are festivals where people bring their balloons, they just basically fly, put on a show for people. But what happens with this, we do that, but what also happens is that there's also a competition, which means that we have a competition director, works with a weather officer, they take a look at what's going on with the weather, the prevailing winds, things like that. And that guy will look at our map, We've been out for the last couple of days talking to all kinds of landowners and revisiting a lot of sites that we've used as target sites in the past, but he'll set up targets. And usually they're about 3 miles apart. There can be anywhere from 2 to 3 or 4 targets in a flight. People will take off, and the idea is to take advantage of the different currents at different altitudes and work your way to a target. The idea is to drop down over that target, and you drop a little weighted baggie. It's about that big, and it has a 6-foot nylon streamer on it, and you try to get as close to the center of the target as possible. And after the course of the weekend, with all the targets and all the competition flights that we've had, the person that consistently came the closest to the center of the target wins the competition. And now this goes on, there's a whole circuit, all flying season. People are seeing each other every weekend pretty much. But accumulatively, if you've done well over the course of the flying season, then you get to earn your way into nationals and maybe even world championships.
And growing up around here, I know how big the balloon festival it is, but you attract people, whether it's, you know, the pilots and their crews, but visitors from all over the state and beyond, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have people from probably 4 or 5 different states that come back. We get calls all the time from people saying, hey, we're gonna make a trip. If you go out to the local campground, it's absolutely sold out. There are people that are coming here specifically for the balloons. So yeah, we get a lot of visitors.
And we're at the Coshocton County Fairgrounds, but you can see the balloons when they do go up, weather dependent, from all over the county. And then when they land, is there any science behind that? Or do they just pick a spot and land when they can?
Usually a pilot will know probably a mile or so out that, yeah, I can get into this place, and they'll radio to their crew. Usually there's they have some sort of a chase vehicle, usually a van, but they'll go up and talk to the landowner and say, look, my pilot's coming, would it be all right if they land here? You know, they seize your hayfield or your front yard or whatever. And rarely has anybody said, ooh, I don't. Almost everybody says, oh, are you kidding me? Of course, land here.
Definitely.
And this is a great place. The people in Coshocton County have been incredibly welcoming to the balloon pilots. It's been really wonderful.
Well, it's a majestic sight for sure, whether you're at the fairgrounds or across the county. So if you missed it this year, come next year and see the Hot Air Balloon Festival here in Coshocton County. Again, I'm with Ken Kramer. He is a member of the board. Well, it's time. We're here at the Coshocton Hot Air Balloon Festival in Coshocton County at the fairgrounds, and we are about to go up in the hot air balloon that you see behind me, so stay tuned. It should be fun, we hope, and a safe ride. All right, so we're with Johnny Petrin, and we're in a hot air balloon. Johnny, tell us how we got up here, first of all.
Well, we're tied down to some ropes, so we're about 75 feet up in the air right here in the middle of the infield of the fairground. So I heated a big bag of air up, and it's the temperature inside the balloon is about 150 degrees more than it is outside, so that's what's taking us up in the air.
Now, how do we get down?
You jump, or you give me $50 and I'll take you down gently. So, but no, well, the balloon naturally cools off, and it'll settle back down to the ground, and they'll catch us when we get back down.
How often do you do this?
Oh, I fly full-time as a profession, so I travel all over the country with the Touchstone Energy Cooperatives balloon. From Washington, D.C. to Washington State, we're all over the place. So we drove from Houston this time.
How many years have you been doing it?
I took my first ride with my dad in 1974. I could barely see over the side of the basket and was terrified, but then I got old enough to do it on my own, and off I went.
What's your favorite part about being in the balloon?
You know, this weekend exemplifies of what I love about balloons. It turns everybody into a little kid. It puts smiles on everybody's faces. So there's a happiness associated with ballooning, and to bring it to a community like this is just a thrill. I've never been to Coshocton, and it's a lot less humid than it is in Houston right now, so I am thrilled to be here.
All right, Johnny Petrin, thanks again.
Sure, thanks for being here.
Well, I woke up to the sound of silence and cars were cutting like knives in a fist fight. And I found you with a tear in your eye, your head in the curtains and heart like the 4th of July.
You swore and said, we are not shining stars. This I know, I never said we are. If you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground. Carry on. Carry on, carry on. We are shining stars. Carry on, carry on. We are who we are.
Myers & Miller Podiatry provides complete foot and ankle care to patients of all ages. The practice was established in 2000 by Dr. Adam Myers and has grown to include Dr. Andy Miller in 2007, Dr. Jason Bakich in 2010, and most recently Dr. Kristen Henry in 2015. Our core values of respect and honesty are the basis for how we manage our practice, and we continue to grow by building relationships with our patients in order to better serve their needs. Myers & Miller Podiatry serves Tuscarawas and Holmes counties with offices in Dover, Sugar Creek, Newcomerstown, Millersburg, and our newest location in Yorkville. Let's get started with building our relationship.
I'm here with Julie Beach, and Julie is the manager for the Yorkville Water Park. And Julie, tell me a little bit about what the water park has to offer. We have the beautiful fountain in the background, but there's so much more to offer, right?
There is. We have a 4.5 acre facility here. We have a huge play place. It's a zero depth entrance for little kids, about 2.5 foot of water in that entrance. Lots of little slides that the kids can play on, and then that travels over to the large, deeper end of the pool. We have two-story slides here. One is a tube slide, one is a body slide.
Okay, and really there's not many water parks like this in our area, is that right?
That is correct. There is one down at Coshocton, but we are one of the only ones in this area. We have people coming from Canton, Steubenville, St. Clairsville, lots of outer towners that come and visit our park.
And you're busy all summer?
All summer, especially this past week, we have had over 1,000 people for the last 7 days,
wow,
daily.
Okay, and when you get comments from your visitors, what's something that they really love about the Yorkville Water Park?
A lot of activities for any aged kids to do, adults as well, and one of the biggest things is how clean it is. They're very surprised that we've had people just come from Dover and they said they cannot believe they've never been here before. And it's such a nice facility, very clean. We have tons of lifeguards available for watching and maintaining the kids. So it's a great, safe place to bring your family.
And what about your specials and things like that? Do you offer any discounts during the summer or places where people can get some more information about the water park?
We certainly do. We have our webpage, which is at xvwaterpark@gmail.com. Has all of our prices and things there. We also have a Facebook page that is just labeled Yorkville Water Park. It keeps you up to date on any specials that we might be doing. Different from normal. We did have our canned food drive, which was last week. It was free to get in, except for 3 cans. So we had a great day for that. But all season long, we have just joined Groupon. So we have 2 specials on there. Typically for an adult and a student, it's $15. It's on sale for $11 through their Groupon app. And for 2 adults and 2 students, it's normally $30. That's on sale for $20 on the Groupon app.
Okay, so you can come visit the water park during the day, but you also do events in the evenings and maybe the weekends as well, right?
We have private parties on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And a lot of softball groups, family get-togethers come in and rent the park privately for those events.
So it sounds like the Yorkville Water Park is really just a community asset for anyone to come and enjoy.
That is correct. And we are on one of the block parties, which will be in August as well.
All right, great. So Julie Beach today with us here on DMG Today, telling us about the Yorkville Water Park.
Well, I woke up to the sound of silence and cars were cutting like knives in a fist fight. And I found you with a tear in your eye, your head in the curtains and heart like the 4th of July.
You swore and said, we are not shining stars. This I know, I never said we are. If you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground. Carry on. Carry on, carry on. We are shining stars. Carry on, carry on. We are who we are.
Just wanting to be a police officer, I knew this was a great start, and it turned out to be a fantastic one.
Just be able to actually see what you're doing, what you're working on, and understand how you can take one thing and turn it into something else.
We got to creatively use skills and academics and see how we can place them into our fields.
It was pretty much I had the key to open the door, and that was from Buckeye.
DMG Today continues here on Channel 2 as Bill Morgan takes a trip to the Kent State Tuscarawas Performing Arts Center, and well, he gets strapped into a harness and flies across the auditorium. He'll speak with Bill Auld and also the Performing Arts Center's new manager, David Mitchell, about what the harness is and what they do with those behind the scenes and some of the shows that they can offer at the Performing Arts Center. All coming up on DMG Today.
The Kent State Tuscarawas Performing Arts Center are home for DMG Today on Time Warner Cable Channel 2. Talking with General Manager David Mitchell. And David, you guys are very excited about the upcoming 2016-2017 season. Tell us a little bit about some of the highlights.
We are super excited about this season. The highlights would include, we've got 4 Broadway shows coming. We've got Riverdance coming back by popular demand for 3 performances. So it's the 20th anniversary of that tour. It's the only place in Northeast Ohio that you can see it is right here. We've also got the Broadway shows 42nd Street, Saturday Night Fever, and Once, which won the Tony Award for Best Musical in 2012. It's an excellent show. We'll actually have a working pub, Irish pub, on stage. People can come up before the show, buy a drink on the stage, come up at intermission. It's a good way to kind of pull yourself into the show. So, I mean, buying a beer on stage, I mean, how cool is that?
It doesn't get a whole lot better than that, does it?
Not at all.
I think the tickets are going to go pretty hot for that to begin with, but just in case you need a little push, there you have it from the general manager. David, when we talk about, I guess, tickets, obviously that's always key. I think especially with the Broadway shows, which tend to be very popular. How do folks buy tickets, whether they're interested in single shows or maybe becoming a season ticket holder?
Yeah, it's super easy to buy tickets. You can go to our website, which is kent.edu/Tusk/PAC. That's a mouthful. You can also go to Google and just Google Performing Arts Center Kent State Tuscarawas. You'll find us there. But you can also purchase over the phone at 330-308-6400, or you can come and see us in person. That's always my favorite because then we get to kind of have a face-to-face interaction and we get to hear what the public likes about shows and kind of thing. So yeah, tickets are on sale now for all the shows, for all the seasons. You never know when a show is going to sell out. We had a couple sell out last year, so if there's something that piques your interest, get it now, because if you wait, you might be out of luck.
David Mitchell is the general manager here at the Kent State Tuscarawas Performing Arts Center. As you watch DMG Today on Time Warner Cable Channel 2, David, folks can see as we stand on the stage, the beautiful seating behind us. What drew you to come here and be the general manager at the PAC?
I mean, we're looking at it. I mean, this is a world-class facility. This theater was built and designed for Broadway shows to bring in touring entertainment. That's where my background is presenting large-scale entertainment. So just being able to be in a community like this, in a facility like this, once I found out about the job, it was a no-brainer.
Tell us a little bit about some of the other shows. You mentioned the Broadway shows. I know there are a number of other highlights coming as well.
Right, we've got lots of music acts. We've got Mannheim Steamroller coming back. We've got Resurrection, a Journey tribute. We've got a Beatles tribute band, the Fab Four, coming in. We've got Lone Star, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. It's Nitty Gritty Dirt Band's 50th anniversary this year. You know, if you're doing something for 50 years, you're doing something right. So great entertainment. But we've also got some family shows. We've got a Very Electric Christmas coming in during the holiday time. And one of my favorites is a Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. So if you're familiar with Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, there's a new PBS animated show, Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. So they're going out with a live tour. This is, again, one of the only places in the area that you'll be able to see it. Bring the whole family out. It's going to be a great day of entertainment.
And David, I know one of the things you guys like to emphasize is you've got something for everybody, and you sort of talked about that. Whether it's something like Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood or River Dance or everywhere in between, there is literally something for everyone.
Oh, absolutely. We've got dance, we've got jazz, we've got doo-wop, we've got rock and roll. I mean, there literally is something for everybody. I keep telling jokes that if you can't find something that speaks to you, then you know there's something wrong. I want everybody to at least come once. Find one show, because there's got to be something that speaks to you, and just have a really great time out at Performing Arts Center. It's about the experience that you have, not just seeing the artist on stage, but the whole environment here, being social with friends, reconnecting with people, and I mean, it's theater by nature is social. You're not sitting in your basement watching Netflix. I mean, it's a social thing, so come on out and enjoy a show, and I mean, it's going to be a great time.
And David, as our segment with DMG today continues from the Kent State Tuscarawas Performing Arts Center, yourself, Professor Bill Auld, are going to fly myself and WJER sales manager Mandy Garber high above this stage. What is that all about?
So we're very fortunate to have Bill Auld here as our theater professor. And he's got a rather unique skill set and training that there's only a few people in the world that are trained to fly people in the theatrical setting. So we're gonna strap you guys in and let you play Peter Pan for the afternoon. And we'll fly you around stage. We'll teach you some tricks about doing somersaults, and I mean, it's fun. It's the magic of theater, it's fun.
If you've ever wondered what a middle-aged, slightly plump Peter Pan looks like, you're about to find out.
You're going to get your chance. You're going to get your chance.
When DMG Today continues on Channel 2. About ready to go flying at the Kent State Tuscarawas Performing Arts Center. We're here with Professor Bill Auld. Bill, how safe is this?
It's very safe. This is something that we do here. So here at the Performing Arts Center, we kind of have this fantastic facility and a nice marriage of a unique skill set and a good piece of real estate to use it in. So what we're going to do is we have now hooked you up to a system. If you want to talk about safety, these cables break at a little better than 4,000 pounds each. So we're optimistic in that front. But we are going to take you straight up, and if we really wanted, we could almost bang you into our 60-foot grid. But we'll probably stop a little short.
Now, Bill, you have literally worldwide experience with this. When you and I first met over the phone a couple of months back, you were getting ready to go to India for something different than this, but yet fitting right into your skill set.
Yeah, so before I started teaching here, I earned my living traveling the world flying people on wires, as we say. I was a performer rigger for a company that's based out of Chicago, and I still do a lot of work with them. There was an opportunity that came up a couple weeks ago in which I could travel to India, and we opened a hotel with a bunch of circus aerialists. And so we had the opportunity to fly a bunch of aerialists in a more corporate environment, which is a little bit different than this theater stuff.
He is a world-class expert, so my trust, Bill Auld, is fully in you.
I appreciate that comment. Attention to the system, please. Put those right up your back. Can you take them off the ground?
All right, Cal, we're about 2 feet off the ground, maybe. So yeah, that's not too bad.
All right, go ahead if you want to lean forward just a little bit.
Lean forward.
You can put your shoulders up and through there. And like I said, if you want to just tuck your feet right like that. I'm going to turn the stage over to you and we're going to take you up.
Okay, so now he said, Kelly, we could go as high as maybe up to 60 feet in the air. In addition, by the way, to signing that release, now I have more concern because Dean Brad Bielski has just walked onto the stage. If I see the New Philadelphia Fire Department come in, we're going higher. We're, I don't know, probably 20 feet up. So, but really you feel incredibly secure. You're this high up. I'm sure they could like give a quick jolt and I drop down quickly, but it's really, if you thought the view from the balcony was fantastic, the view of the balcony is even better from here on stage. So now how high can we physically go up as I talk to Bill Auld? So there you go. We're going to go all the way up. If suddenly you hear a big thud, Cal, it's probably my head hitting the top of the stage. So we're almost up to the curtain line where you will see the curtain open and shut here at Kent State Tuscarawas, and up to the lighting line as well. One of the things that you're going to get an opportunity to watch and see here is not only do they elevate you up the stage, back down to the stage, but they can also help you to do somersaults. Now, how good of an idea that is, I don't know. We're about to find out.
So let's lay flat like Superman one more time. Right like that. If you actually stop, you can just, depending on, have you ever seen Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
Your arms to the side, you can actually balance yourself right there without my arm. So now, we're going to take your legs all the way over the top.
Okay.
And put your arms forward. Come right on up.
Lord have mercy.
Go over. There it is.
No, we're trying to get, oh, go back a hair.
Woo!
That one bad.
One more time.
In just the second episode ever of DMG Today, you've seen us go skyward with Cheyenne Carroll at the Coshocton Hot Air Balloon Festival. I've done the same, but in a completely different way here at the Kent State Tuscarawas Performing Arts Center. It's been a fantastic experience, and when you get into something like this, you never really know what's coming your way, but certainly a great opportunity to explore different parts of the pack that sometimes people simply don't get the opportunity to explore. So our thanks to General Manager David Mitchell and Professor Bill Auld as well. If you're interested in what's happening here at the Kent State Tuscarawas Performing Arts Center in terms of grabbing tickets for their upcoming 2016-2017 season, a number of ways you can find out more. You can do that simply by calling the box office 330-308-6400. That's 330-308-6400, and get information on all the upcoming shows, concerts, and more here at the Kent State Tuscarawas Performing Arts Center.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode of DMG Today, as we went up in a hot air balloon, visited the water park, and also spent some time up in the air at the Kent State Performing Arts Center. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, as we have a page now and it's called DMG Today. You can see previews of what's to come, some photos of here at the water park, the hot air balloon, and even profiles about Bill and I. Be sure to check that out and tune in next time for DMG Today.